Okay, I wanted to share with you guys my green flag moment with my now partner. And then I want to kind of segue into green flags as a therapist. As a therapist, the green flags I see when my clients come to me with their dating experiences. So, when I met Rob, and I've talked about this sort of the work I did to understand my attachment style and the people that I was choosing and why those choices weren't leading to securely attached relationships, long term committed relationships. And so when I met Rob, at the same time I met Rob, I met another guy that really matched with who I used to choose, this old pattern of mine. And I really do swear the universe put these two people side by side for me to really like it was like the final test. Like, okay, Beth, like who are you gonna choose? What are you gonna choose? You've been choosing guy number A, old pattern, emotionally unavailable. We're showing you A and we're showing you guy B who is emotionally available, ready for commitment, all of the things. Um, and seeing dating the two of them side by side was so helpful. I hope Rob doesn't watch this because I don't think he knows this. But anyways, um, but I was single, so whatever. But really seeing them side by side made me notice the green flag in Rob that maybe I wouldn't have seen if one, I didn't understand my old dating pattern, and two, again, I didn't see these two people side by side. So the green flag for me with Rob versus this other guy was the way that he texted, which sounds kind of silly, but it really was eye-opening to me, especially communicating with these two people at the same time and how differently they each communicated. So when I would text old pattern guy, it'd be similar responses. And I'm positive ladies listening to this can relate. It would be like one word answers or yep or okay, like cool, great, like not really engaged in the conversation, probably asking what I'm wearing, um, not attentive, not answering anything that I was saying, um, just really like again, not engaged at all. Where Rob would text, like I would text something, he would respond to what I said, write something about that, write something more about that, and then ask me another question. And this communication was from the jump. Also, green flag with Rob is that he called me when we first started hanging out and dating. I remember I was at my sister's house. I was about to, go meet up with him, and text was the main form of communication and still is. Um, and I remember him calling my phone. I'm looking down at the phone. I'm like, why is he calling me? It was so out of the norm. I was like shocked by it. So, green flag, he called me. Green flag, the way he texted meant so much to me and really stood out to me, especially again, like I said, seeing it by side with this other guy, old pattern. So those are my green flags. And I know green flags are such a hot topic right now. I mean, we obviously talk about red flags a lot. And the term green flags is flying around. And what are the green flags? And so for me personally, those two were mine with Rob, among others. Um, and the green flags I see in my practice as a therapist are one, communication. Is the communication clear? Is the communication engaging? Is somebody asking you questions? Are they curious to get to know who you are? I had a recent client share with me that they've been on two dates and showing a lot of green flags, but a couple of dates, they're not responsive in asking questions back. So this person will ask a question to get curious about, the person they're dating. Um, and they're not asking any questions back. So, green flag, are they asking questions to get to know you? Are they curious about who they are? Again, are they communicating clearly? Another green flag is more internal. It's like, how are you feeling with that person? How is that person making you feel? Again, tuning into our bodies is so important. So, with Rob, I didn't overthink anything. I never felt anxious. I never felt worried about texting him. I never felt worried about calling him. And I was attentive to that because that was a new feeling for me. I was somebody that overthought a lot of things, worried about what I texted when I texted. So another green flag I would say is, how do you feel? Do you feel secure? Are you not anxious? Are you not overthinking? That's a very big green flag. So tune into how you are feeling. I think often we overlook how we're feeling, what's coming up in our body. Are we anxious? Like because someone looks perfect or we're idealizing them. So that would be another green flag. So clear communication, curiosity about getting to know you, asking questions, planning. Planning, are they planning? Are they making time to see you is another green flag. Um, Thoughtfulness is another one, right? Attentiveness and thoughtfulness. Like if you've said something, do they remember it? Do they ask about it? If you have an important presentation at work or are you studying for an exam, do they remember those things? That's another green flag. Um, so really get in tune with these things. I think it can be really easy to overlook all the things that are doing well. What I've seen come up a lot too in my work as a therapist with my clients and clients that are in the dating scene is one thing doesn't feel good or there's some miscommunication or mishap and now we're overlooking all the green flags, and that's a cue to kind of look at what's happening internally, what's being triggered, what attachment style is being triggered in me, where is this some old stuff or patterns coming up. So we don't want to throw everything out the door if something kind of like feels a little bit off. What you want to do there is ask about it and communicate about it and give someone the opportunity to respond. So, for example, let's say they're not asking questions, ask them about that. Say, I feel like, or it's important to me that whoever I'm seeing or dating feels curious about who I am and what I'm into. You haven't really asked. So, I would say, if something doesn't feel off, communicate about it, and if you don't feel comfortable to communicate it, that's probably a red flag for you again, kind of that green flag of how do we feel? Do we feel good? Do we feel secure? Do we feel comfortable? Do we feel safe? Um, so yeah, I just encourage you to kind of tune into those things. I know sort of for me, seeing those green flags and recognizing those green flags in Rob was a game changer for me. We'll be together 10 years this October. So look for those green flags, and those are some of them.